We, the members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, are committed to excellence in providing law enforcement, detention, and public safety services. In partnership with our community, we will serve with integrity, compassion, accountability, and professionalism.
May 29, 2024. Bartow police officer arrested by PCSO for improper conduct with teenage girls involving alcohol, THC, and a video recording involving nudity. A Bartow Police Department officer was arrested by detectives from the Polk County Sheriff's Office after the PCSO was requested by Bartow PD on May 8, 2024 to investigate his actions involving 4 teenage females, inappropriate video, drugs, and alcohol. 24-year-old Mark Anthony Fernandez was charged Tuesday, May 28, 2024 at the Polk County Jail with 4 felonies and 6 misdemeanors for events that occurred during the weekend of February 3, 2024, events that Fernandez recorded on video and sent to fellow officers at Bartow PD. Those officers reported it to their supervisors. Mark Anthony Fernandez has embarrassed his community, police department, and law enforcement officers everywhere. In contrast, his fellow officers at Bartow Police Department did the right thing by reporting his conduct. Mark Anthony Fernandez must never wear a badge again. Grady Judd, Sheriff. The investigation identified 4 females involved with the incident in February. 2 were 18 years old. The other 2 victims were 17 and 16 years old. Fernandez recorded several videos. One video showed one of the 18-year-old girls wearing a Bartow PD jacket, while a 17-year-old committed a sexual act on the 18-year-old at the urging of Fernandez. Several of the videos show the victims naked with Fernandez inside his residence. Fernandez provided all 4 with alcoholic beverages, THC vape pens, and THC gummies. Fernandez was also accused of going into a bedroom at his residence where the 16-year-old was, and began to touch her and choke her. Mark Anthony Fernandez was booked in at the Polk County Jail and charged with promotion of a juvenile in a sexual performance, F2. Use of a juvenile in a sexual performance, F2. Battery by strangulation, F3. Illegal use of a two-way communication device, F3. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor, M1, 2 counts, and provide alcoholic beverages to a person under 21 years of age, M2, 4 counts. Fernandez has been on administrative leave since February and his employment with Bartow PD is pending termination based on his arrest. June 4, 2024. Additional criminal charges for former Bartow police officer. The former Bartow police officer who remains in the Polk County Jail for his arrest on May 28, 2024, for inappropriate and criminal behavior with 4 teenage females, now has additional criminal charges. From the Polk County Sheriff's Office, detectives from the PCSO became aware of a comment on a Facebook post about the arrest of 24-year-old Mark Anthony Fernandez, which indicated that the commenter may also have been a victim of Fernandez. The commenter was contacted by a PCSO detective and she agreed to speak about an encounter she had with Fernandez back in July of 2023. The adult victim stated that Fernandez had reached out to her on Facebook and immediately became persistent about going out on a date with her, and she eventually agreed. She said that during the date, he slapped her, hit her with a fist, and choked her to the point she couldn't breathe. The victim said she began to scream and begged Fernandez to stop, as he sexually battered her. The victim provided detectives with text messages from Fernandez that showed he attempted numerous times to solicit her for sex, but she continually refused. A detective attempted to speak to Fernandez in the Polk County Jail about the new accusations against him, but he declined to make a statement. Mark Anthony Fernandez was additionally charged with sexual battery with physical force, FL, and aggravated stalking, F3. When we make an arrest during an investigation, it doesn't necessarily mean the investigation is finished. We often hear from others who claim to have been victimized by the suspect. We investigate those claims, and if we find probable cause, we will most definitely tack on additional charges. We want to see every victim receive justice. If there are any more victims of Mark Anthony Fernandez, please come forward. Grady Judd, Sheriff.
Hello everyone, it's time for morning briefing. And before we tell you something that just going to really make your blood boil. Enjoy your morning coffee. And if you like barbecue, low and slow barbecue on Highway 92 East or Memorial Boulevard, out by the old power plant, they say the food there is outstanding. It's a local business. We like to do business with local folks. Stop by and visit them. But here's something we talked about last week that made everybody angry, to include everyone in law enforcement. This is Mark Anthony Fernandez. He's 24. He was a Bartow police officer when he had a drug and sex party with a 16-year-old teenager, 17-year-old teenager, and two 18-year-old teenagers. If you remember, we locked him up in the county jail, and that's where he is even today. And we talked all about his charges and how we were going to send him to prison, how he embarrassed the police officers at the police department, how he embarrassed the Bartow Police Department. I want to point out once again, they reported him to us. The Bartow police officers reported him when he sent a video of the drunken party to one of the employees there. So congratulations. It's a professional, small police department that did what was right, even though he did what was wrong. That's the beginning of the story. One of the ladies that saw the press conference and commented to us on social media said, "Hey, he did that to me." That's right, July a year ago, 2023, he sexually battered a young lady after choking her. She came forward now and cooperated, and we have charged him with a life felony. That's right. Our goal is to see him go to prison for the rest of his life. You can't run around doing deviant, nasty, evil things to anyone and then being so stupid as to record it and post it publicly with your colleagues. And those professional police officers are going to report you before quick. That's what they did. Oh, by the way, he held out and would not resign. He's been fired from the police department. He no longer and never will be a law enforcement officer. In fact, we hope he never breathes a breath of air outside of jail. Have a good day.
Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law. Equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that all people must be equally protected by the law. The rule of law is a political ideal that all citizens and institutions within a country, state, or community are accountable to the same laws, including lawmakers and leaders. It is sometimes stated simply as no one is above the law.